Alright, first we're going to start out with some 70 denier olive thread. Give the hook shank a nice base. Now I'm tying this in a size 12, the largest size that I'll tie with small bead chain eyes. Now we're going to take these, as difficult as it is, put these gold chain eyes, leaving just enough room to whip finish. So give it some nice X wraps. Now after that's done, just going to take this back all the way back to the hook shank, the end of where the bend is. We're going to take these tiny fibers of grizzly hackle, these really tiny ones, actually even tinier, like this. We're going to take 4 or 5, as many as your heart desires. I like to stick with just pulling a few off, just like that. And honestly, they don't even have to be even, just like that. Really tiny, but they make a fantastic tail. Measure that out very carefully. Tie these in. Now when I get to the halfway point, I like to ever so carefully clip them off. And then come back forward, and then come back. Now on a size 10 hook, I would even use an Allen N203. Has a bent eye. It's more for shrimp or a scud hook, but it has a thicker wire as far as the shank. Actually, the entire hook goes. Better for larger flies, for this pattern at least. Now we're just going to take some actually that's even way too much, a sparse bit of some olive semi-seal. I like the look of semi-seal better as it has less flash. It looks more natural, especially in the water, I should say, and out of water, but as opposed to, say, an ice dub or whatnot. So you can be as minimalistic. I like to be more minimalistic. It gives the body just a little bit less body, but it kind of gives it nice visual character. Oh, let's see. For the neck, this is kind of where it's your preference. I like to choose a piece of grizzly hackle that's, oops, took a little more off. It's not a very long fiber, as you can see, but it definitely has, or I should say a long feather, but it has some nice long fibers. If I can pull these back. There we go. So it's going to give us a nice throat. Or whatever you want to call it. clip that excess off and just pull it back and give it a nice couple more wraps. Now I like to put this right on there. And we're going to wrap it. Just a few times. Just wrapping those fibers back just behind the eye. This gives it a good collar. That's the word I'm looking for, not throat. Excuse me. Well, you trout fanatic, fly fanatics are probably going to scream at me for saying throat. But you get the picture. So after you wrap it in place, snip it ever so carefully. And now the fun part begins. Wrapping those fibers back. Oh, actually cooperated. Wrapping those fibers back. There we go. And then right at the tip, just wind some, and we're just going to whip finish. Whoops. Get that close to the eye, and there you go. Very beautiful, beautiful trout and panfish fly.